Hello everybody, it's Brad here today and welcome back to Project Hospital. Hello, hello, hello. It is cold outside. I have got a big cup of tea and we are going to do some building and some treating of patients in Project Hospital. So, in our last episode we were trying Fraser's leaving. We were trying to diagnose Fraser. We don't really know what's wrong with him because we can't do these examinations. I can't tell him to stay here, can I? And he's definitely not code blue. Okay, well unfortunately Fraser is leaving, but it doesn't stop the fact that we need to get in our medical laboratories clinic so we can start doing these kind of examinations: blood draw, mycological sampling, histology, microbiology and haematology labs. These will give us loads more examinations that we can do. So, very unfortunate that Fraser is leaving. We have got a bit of a crappy thing going on today with that an article in a local newspaper causes 35% of patients to go to a different hospital. So this basically means that this will be quite a hard objective to do today, trying to treat 15 patients. At the minute, the game thinks we're going to get roughly 14 patients coming into the hospital. So I think today let's focus on opening our medical laboratories clinic. Then what we can try and do is build that. We'll treat as many patients as we can obviously, but I might skip the treating of patients today so that in this episode we can do medical laboratories and we can try and get this top objective of treating 15 patients. Let's see how it goes. Right, so thank you for everyone with the lovely comments of enjoying the build so far. Thank you, it's very kind. We are trying to go through it quite methodically, thinking about where we're putting stuff. Just trying to think a little bit more. So, our plan is that trauma is going to be over here. We have our ambulance parking or ambulance drop-off zone here, so this is going to be designated space for trauma. Then we have actually planned out our radiology department here. So that's going to go on this side of the building. Now, I think that the same can probably be said for labs as what I said in the last episode about radiology. I would say, I've actually worked in a few hospital labs. And some are upstairs, some are on the ground floor. It's a bit in between. So I'm just trying to work out now whether I want to designate. Let me just use a random room. I don't know, microbiology lab. So do I just use like this space here for our medical labs and have them on the ground floor, or do I have them? Do we start going upstairs? Is what I'm trying to think of. Or medical labs are tough because in a real life scenario, in a real hospital, they need to be kind of accessible, but medical labs are normally actually tucked away somewhere else because it's not patient facing. But as we know in this game, we are patient facing with our medical labs. So I'm just trying to work out. So I can't get any of our emergency rooms at the minute, can I? No. I don't know. My gut is telling me that it makes sense for medical labs to be on the ground floor. So maybe I just do that and then we work out all of the other bits if it goes tits up. Might be the plan. Right, medical lab. So we've got this corridor. This corridor here is going to sweep around and it's basically going to like envelope the radiology department. So I think that would be quite nice to keep. This is nothing at the minute because this is actually just going to be a continuation of this waiting room. So that waiting room will be a bit like that. So medical labs, we've got 3 labs. We've got haematology, microbiology and histology. We actually only need haematology to start off with. So to save a little bit of money, we could actually start off with haematology, and then as we get patients coming into the hospital that need examinations for microbiology and histology, we do that separately, if that makes sense. So I think that might be a good plan. So we do need a waiting room. So why don't we say, how can right, I'm going to build a shared room of a common room for medical labs, and I'm going to come off here. So if we say for the moment, this is our designated space for medical laboratories, we'll do something like that, just to give me a bit of a picture. This will be quite a nice big trauma centre then. So this is our space that we've got to deal with. That just helps me just trying to visualise what we've got going on here. So what I might do is, why don't we, how long is that? That is 20 long. So why don't we say, if I do 8 and 8, like that. So I want this to be like an inset door. This will look very weird for the moment. I promise you this will make sense. This is going to return back to an emergency corridor. And what I was just going to do here is we'll build the wall. We actually need some foundations first. Let's just build something like that, 20 by 10. We will actually now build out this foundation, because we're going to need that, we're going to need that. That's going to be a tiny little courtyard, and we will also need this, won't we? So this is going to cost quite a bit of money. Right, our brick wall is going to come down here. Obviously at the moment this is going to be the external wall. That goes up to there. Try to get my money's worth from our brick. We're trying to be quite tight as we start off this series, because if you've played Project Hospital before, in the early game, money is very hard to come by as soon as you stop doing the easier objectives. So I'm just trying to save as much money as possible. Right, that's our little courtyard. I think this will not be walled, so it'll be something like that. That's corridor, because these are going to be where our elevators are, or lifts if you prefer. Oh, no, don't want to go upstairs. Right, okay, now this helps. So our corridor is going to come down here to the medical labs. It's going to inset by 1. Is that what we call that? Inset? Sure. And then we're going to have our, we can actually have sliding double doors. Are these outside only? No. Why can't I have those in there? Oh, I guess it's got to go one tile to the right, hasn't it? So you've got metal sliding doors. So those aren't see-through. I don't like them. Let's give it double. No, these are very hospital-y, aren't they? And medical labs, I don't know. I always go for this like teal colour. And we can maybe have like teal. No, I mean that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Teal like windows. Round the corner as well. Maybe something like that for medical lab. I'm just trying to make it look a little different than normal, because we make lots of things look exactly the same. Right, okay, so let's just make sure that this corridor keeps coming down there, and then that should be one continuation there. Same here, just one corridor, and obviously we'll put in the elevators when we get around to that. So unfortunately these walls will look some undecorated, some decorated. It's just the way it is at the moment. This little space here I was going to make into a courtyard. Would also probably make a good pharmacy, but I think I'm going to stick to it being a courtyard that anyone can go out into. Let's just maybe have one double door please, thank you. Do as I say, game. Continue the paving. Pillars, how do I get outdoor stuff? Outdoor. Then we'll just have like a couple of benches either side. This could actually be like a smoking, maybe a place for smoking, something like that. We will be putting some glass out here. I'm just going to put in some flower pots. I don't know if I like the bin there now. Let's put another flower pot in there. Nothing too crazy, just a few little bits and bobs. Yeah, that'll probably do actually. And then we'll put in some windows, bit like that. We're going to stay with a teal for some unknown reason. Don't question it, please. Don't question it, because even I don't know what I'm doing. bit of glass, just a nice little outdoor space. You can go out there and smoke if you're a member of staff or something, you know, something like that. Right, medical labs, what we're here for. So we're going to need a waiting room. It helps if I go on to the right department. So our waiting room, let's just come out by 2, 1, 2, and then we'll come out a little bit more, something a bit like that. We'll make this try and look realistic. So why don't we at the minute just say that this on this side is haematology, and what I'll probably do on this side is put in maybe some toilets and a staff room, possibly maybe, because what we like to do is we like to try and make this realistic in that we normally have like a little reception area, don't we? I think that does always look pretty cool. Right, can I have some... I might need to go to reception. Right, so haematology is going to be here. We're going to go for red because blood, haematology, you know. You've got to stick with the stereotypes, guys, okay? And then we're going to have space for 2 receptionists here, but we'll just go for the 1 for the moment. Then the wall will actually carry on. We'll go for the teal colour down there, up there, so it looks a bit like that with the walls up. Then we're gonna go for, actually I might just move this along a little bit because we're gonna need a single glass door, actually no, a restricted area door. I might just move this up 1, so it's a bit like that. We'll put in our till wall back here, get rid of that one there, and then we can put a sticker here for haematology, HHH, haematology. We'll go for black stickers, that's haematology. And I would also like, if I go to reception, I'd like the little dangly thing. Here we go, the little dangly thing. Glass drop off your blood samples here. This is going to go into a gowning area. So gowning area in the lab is where the scientists would put on their lab coats, wash their hands. You'd have a bit of first aid in there, like your eye wash stations, stuff like that. I'm going to continue with teal just for the moment. We might change that later on and change this to the red tiles maybe. Or maybe this one could be red tiles in here. Like that. I don't know why I'm decorating this bit and not the rest of the hospital, but you just have to go with it, guys, okay? Like I said, I don't know, so just go with it. Just go with it. Right, and then our door to the actual lab can be here. Yes, like that. Then behind the stool, we're going to go for some simple scrubs shelves tool, just like that. And this is also the space where we would have, like, you'd have a bin and you'd have like a hand wash station. So let's go and steal one of them from there. Then what I'm actually going to do, I think, is have a separate room again. Just I want to have a bit of realism in here, and we're actually going to change this back to red as well. Is that all red? No, that wall isn't. Then we're going to go for the single door. I've done a bad. Right, let's just make this whole thing red because I'm annoying myself now. Red, 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 red. Right. This room here is going to have a single door going out into the actual lab. This little small room here is going to be sample storage, where we have our freezers, fridges full of patient samples. So again, these are quite expensive. These are $2,399 each. So I'm just going to have one for the moment. One that looks more like a fridge to me, but it might be a freezer. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. It's very cold today. Gorgeous. Right, okay. So the actual lab, this wall might actually be able to be set back because 2 fridges of sample storage is actually plenty. Can you get rid of that for me, please? And then we'll put that door back in there. I think that'll be a bit better. Small little room. Those are quite common in labs. little sample storage area. We'll put some like tile lino down in here, and in a little reception area we'll go for like a pinky dotty lino Richie. Right, actually in the lab, so obviously everything in this like peachy colour is the things that we need. Things in yellow are like optional. You will probably need this somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this area. Where shall I do this? I'm trying to think where I want my lab workstations to be. They could be there if I move the door. Why don't we move the door to be there? Not there. No, how? No. Bye door. Bye bye. And then we'll have like a little workstation here where our lab team. I'll just put in one PC for the moment. So it's going to be one person here, one person here, one person here for the moment. We'll keep the stool there so we know what it's there for. We know that it's there for people to use. We're going to put in a biohazard bin. We're going to put in both of these because you would normally have different bins in a lab. It's very common, especially in the UK, you'd have like clinical waste, general waste, then you might have like biological waste. And then we'll have disinfectant dispensers. Right, so we do need one printer or paper holder. So why don't we get this lab desk to have a printer, then we can delete that stool. So then we just need a few machines like hematology robot, some glassware, thermal cycler, and an RIA. What is RIA? Radio immunoassay. Okay. In hematology, fair enough. Right, let's get in some lab cabinets on. What ones do I prefer? Don't know. These are probably quite expensive. 369. Lab desk is 299, but you're getting double the space of the lab desk, aren't you? So what I'm going for a couple of these. Is this one cheaper than half? No. Okay. So why don't we go for one in the corner that's got cupboards, one next to it without cupboards, and then a lab desk over here. I'm just trying to think what you'd normally have. These areas are better for actually doing things with glassware, and these desks are better to have instruments on because you normally wouldn't have instruments and this kind of equipment on the same table. Your instruments are normally separate, just on like workbenches like this. And then we need one more. Could go for like one that could be wheeled around. I myself have wheeled around plenty of thermal cyclers in my time, so maybe we'll do that. Makes a little bit more sense. I'm trying to be a bit realistic here. I'm trying my best. And maybe in this corner we can actually also have like the lab sink. This will expand quite quickly, as we know if you've watched any previous series of mine, or anything actually, if you've played the game or anyone else's series, you'll know that these labs get very busy very quickly. So we're not going to go with too much decoration here because this will actually fill out, and I think we will go for like a little bit of glass in here. Labs can be quite sterile, so it's quite nice sometimes just to have a little bit of the outside world to be visible for you. Right, so this is hematology. We've got our waiting room. This will actually need to be quite a lot bigger. Like I said, this will get quite busy. So something like that. Waiting room layout. It's going to be like a fairly similar style to this one over here. Like it's nothing fancy, just quite standard. So why don't we go for some double-backed benches like so. We'll get a little. Well, not a little, we'll get a coffee machine, water dispenser there. I don't believe we need Q machines here. I think they will always go to the lab because they have to give them their sample. So I don't think that's necessary. And then we'll go for some chairs here. Maybe a nice little plant out in this waiting room there. We can go for, I like to have like some different types of chairs because waiting rooms in hospitals, they always manage to have quite an interesting array of different chairs. They've probably just been like, not found, but they just kind of like appear, don't they? You have chairs that you just think, like, where's that chair come from? It doesn't look like any of the other chairs. And then same on this wall. I'll probably actually just kind of copy what I've done here. So 2 of this purple colour, and then I'll leave a space. Actually, I'll put in another chair because we'll probably have another lab over here maybe. So behind this area, I'm just wondering if it's worth having a space for a toilet and maybe like a small staff room. Might be a good idea. Just going to move that watch window to there. Get rid of that one. So I just wonder if it's worth having a restroom. We can have a restroom for patients, just like a single toilet, bathroom, whatever you wish to call it. Let's copy that one over there, and that one can sit there. And I just wonder if it's worth also having a small common room. How big does a common room have to be? 4x4? 4x4, okay. Why don't we go for... Because we would need to expand this room. Oh! Minimum room size is 4x4. But that says... Oh, that's fine. I am confused. Doesn't take much. It says minimum room size is 4x4. I don't want anything very big. It's just where like, you can go and grab a snack. This is going to be like the main staff room, because that's not a very long walk away. Could actually also put a door there. Might actually be a good idea, possibly, but I don't want it to be a corridor. So why don't we go for... Actually, why don't we do... Can we do... Door there? Can't we do like access only? Staff only area. Biohazard entry. Restricted area. I thought we could do like... Maybe I was thinking about another game. I thought we could put in doors and be like, try not to use that door, but if you have to, use it. I thought it was that, but no, that's biohazard. Okay, doesn't matter. What's that? Staff only area. Patients must have permission, invitation. Yeah, okay. Right, so this room here, not accessible, we can fix that. We'll just put a little door like that actually, I think. That can go in there. There's going to be a small little staff room. What is our icon for staff room again? Oh, that is a restroom. That can go there. Oh, common room, isn't it? Silly boy. Right, common room. Let's see if this works then. So we'll just have like a sofa, bookcase, and then over here I was just going to get some cabinets, fridge in the corner, and then a coffee machine. Just like a small little room where they can come in, they can grab a coffee, they can grab their lunch out the fridge, that kind of thing. Notice board's always good, a clock is always good. We will also get a clock out here somewhere, basically wherever it fits on the wall. Plastic hamper, so you can put in your dirty washing. Notice board can go over there then. We're going to bring, what colour have I done this room? I've done it in, gone upstairs again. Right, teal, lovely, floor, I don't know, wood. Is that usable? It says it's usable, and it's only 3 by whatever it is, 3 by 4, 3 by 5 maybe. So, don't know, but don't really care. Right, and then our next lab will then come out here. If I actually do that, that will make more sense because it's then a square. Then we can get rid of that wall. This will then be pushed back. A bit like that. Extend the room. Extend the floor. Bit of wood. Right. Lovely. Then we've got some perfect squares on each side. Which actually won't make sense, will it? Because how are they going to get to the other labs? Oh, I thought I'd been clever then. We have 3 medical laboratory labs. We've got hematology, histology and microbiology. This corridor could come down here. Or what probably makes more sense is this. little corridor. This is now not a perfect square, but that's fine. So we'll move that chair, move that chair, and we'll have to rethink this area because obviously now it's going to be quite tricky to get like a little reception area like that, but that's fine. We'll put the till back in there, and then this will be another lab. This is going to continue to be an extension. Have I built those as emergency rooms? This is all for labs. Just going to put that wall in because that one is annoying me. And then let's just do this wall as well. Because again, it's just annoying me. Okay. Shh, shh. Right, lovely. This is a waiting room. It's basically going to be a corridor, but we'll leave it like that for the moment. Right, lovely. Floor, floor, floor. Let's go for something like, don't know. What about like a teal? What does this look like? Beautiful. That instantly depresses me, just like a real hospital. Right, let's get out some posters. Infections, that would probably make sense here. What else we've got? Heart, eye, liver, tennis elbow. We'll get a liver poster out. You always got to look after your liver, guys. You always got to look after your liver. Something like that, nothing too crazy. Right, so for the medical labs department, we're going to need some staff. So let's go in here, and we are going to say that we're going to have maybe 2 technicians at the moment. It just means that if one's on break, hopefully there will always be another one there ready to pick up the slack. We don't know hidden perks, which is a bit of a pain. The skill we're looking for is biochemistry. So Dana, what is with all these Danas? Dana looks really good. She's got a really high biochemistry skill. Frank Cole's got advanced biochemistry, which increases the effectiveness of the tests. I want to see the hidden perks really. Frank unfortunately is an alcoholic and he's frequently late to work. But he's comforting. I don't think that matters for a lab tech because they shouldn't be doing the examinations. They should just be doing the lab tests. But I don't know if that counts because it's technically an examination. Words. Frank Green here is a people person, so he actually, like, when he talks to people in the staff room, he'll actually reveal their hidden perks. He's a fresh parent, which always gets me. Rest levels decrease faster. Right, so he'll become unrested faster, I believe. I actually don't like any of these. Dane's really good, but she's actually unpleasant, and she's a fresh parent. So I'm actually going to spend a bit of money and find some new candidates. Oh my lord, these are pretty bad as well. So we've got Casey down here and he's got neurology. He's actually quite cheap. He's loyal, he's resistant. He's late to work unfortunately, but he's comforting. Who have we got here with our advanced biochemistry skills? Now Carol's really good at night. So we could actually bring Carol in, put her on the day shift, and then as soon as we get a night shift, put her on the night shift. That's probably a fairly good idea. Got our $50,000 government grant, that's amazing. So why don't we get, I'm quite tempted by Casey here. I don't want to spend so much money, just keep like renewing this. So I think I might go Casey. He's pretty good. I know he hasn't got advanced biochemistry, but he's still a very good biochemist. So I think let's go for Casey. I think that makes sense. Right, so we've got our labs all staffed. We've actually completed that objective. Our next one is to open any clinic at a specialised department. And then we'll start getting our rooms for hospitalisation at emergency. So that's where we get our trauma centre, observation unit, all of that good stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm actually now going to fast forward time. I'm going to treat as many patients as I can. And then what we'll do is we'll start the video again on the next day, where we can hopefully try and do this top objective of treating 15 patients per day. So I'm going to fast forward time here and I will see you very shortly and we'll try and treat some patients. Well, hopefully we can treat 15 patients and then we'll get a new objective. So guys, lads, ladettes, everyone else in between, have a lovely 2-second break. It's going to not be 2 seconds for me. I'll see you very shortly and we'll try and treat as many patients as possible. Okay, so it is a brand new day. We haven't got any naughty bad press about our hospital. How bloody dare they? So let's get treating patients. So here is our first patient of the day. Brooke Miller's coming in. She's suffering from vomiting, fever, all of that lovely stuff. So let's have a look at her. We'll give her an interview. It's probably always good just to have a look at her chest, make sure she's okay. Let's try and treat our first patient. Oh, she's got chickenpox. Okay, so let's give her some antivirals and she can go home. Try and blast through these patients. Who's next? Mr. Green T-shirt. John White here, suffering from fever. Give him a physical exam. What's wrong with you, John? Not sure. Okay, so we're gonna... Right, yeah, there are a few different emergency diagnoses. The cat is meowing at me, so apologies if you hear her just meow. Luckily she's very cute. Over here we've got Patricia Williams. Again, physical exam, and have a look at her chest. We're going to need a new doctor's office, aren't we? Let's get in a new doctor's office because there are quite a lot of patients here. Let's just copy one across and we'll add it over here. Look. Hello Monty, have you come to help? The cat has come to help us build a hospital. You're lucky you're cute, aren't you? Right, and then so we need a number 3 on the right side and a doctor's office label sticker thing on the left. We're getting a doctor. What do you think? Meow, 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 meow. Advanced diagnosis. Who've we got here? Reveal hidden perks. Spends twice as much time enjoying food. Oh god, she's jumped up. She's jumped up. She's on my desk. Hello. How are you? Are you going to meow into the microphone for everybody? Right, so there's a new doctor in there now. Patricia, I think one of these is infectious diseases. Yes, so you must have influenza B. And then you can go home. Over here we've got John White. She's staring at my cup of tea now, guys. Oh my god. The world is about to end. Right, how can I... Chest. Have we done that? Done that. Monty, you're making everything move, my love. Thorax perfusion. We're doing that as we speak. Have we done that yet? That didn't yield any more results. Yeah, have a look at the window. Shout at all of the nasty neighbour cats. Oral activity, I was going to say. Wow. Oral cavity inspection. We'll also do the differential diagnosis. See if that helps. It is viral tonsillitis, so you just need a restaurant and then you can go home. Patricia Williams here. We've said that it's influenza B, which is antiviral, so she'll get them. In this, our new doctor's office, we have Jessica Harris, who must be suffering from contact dermatitis. We don't need to do any more fancy tests there. Really? Is that what you think? You'd be a good doctor, wouldn't you, Monty? You'd prescribe everyone Dreamies, wouldn't you? And then you'd eat all their Dreamies. Yeah, I know. You're a little... I was going to say a bad word. You're a little lovely girl, aren't you? Antivirals. I do love my cat very much, but she, yes, and she is called Monty. We thought she was a boy. So don't misgender our cat. Everyone misgenders you, don't they, Monty? It's bloody sad. It's bloody sad. Right, Sarah King is actually going to have a few more tests done because we're not sure what's wrong with her yet. Kate Jones, I really don't want you to go to X-ray. I am near enough certain that we can figure out what's wrong with you. Actually we can. It's leg contusion, and she's bloody gone to the bloody X-ray. That's going to cost me money. Bloody hell. Okay. Fraser Williams, you must have chronic fatigue syndrome. You just need recommendations. You've got common cold, Sarah. Right, who's coming in here now? This chap... Oh, there's a window going into a corridor there. Apologies, I missed that one. Get rid of that one. Right. Right. William Clark, hello. You probably don't have American trypanosomias. You probably don't have that. You've probably got chickenpox there. Who's in here? Sarah King, you're common cold. Who's in here? Barbara Brown. What a name. Wish I was called Barbara Brown. Common cold. You'd have made a good Barbara, wouldn't you, Monty? Think you made a good Barbara? She's now staring into the fish tank, her favourite hobby. Right. William Clark's going home. Mark Taylor. Physical differential. Again, I'd really rather not send you to X-ray. Hand contusion. So numbing ointment, then you can go, Mark. Cool. Right, who have we got next? This chap here on 13. So 2 more patients, and we're there, guys, and we're there. Physical exam. So you must have a chest contusion. So William, we're going to prescribe some numbing ointment for you. Actually, where are you? You actually also need emergency care, which we can apparently do. I don't know how we can give you emergency care if we haven't got the rooms that it says here. Diagnostic unit ICU. Not sure. Judy Hill here has her chest out, full of lads. She's got hand contusion, so let's give her some numbing ointment. This is William, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I want to try and combat his hidden symptoms. Oh, we done it. Okay, objective for insurance company has been completed. Treat 15 patients per day. Reward, increase clinic patients per day to 15. Amazing. So our next objective is treat 20 patients a day, which gives us $50,000. I think we can do that today. It's 1:45. We've got 1 person waiting, 2, 3. We've got at least 3 people waiting. So I can't see why we wouldn't be able to hit that. That'll take us up to 18. Get a couple more patients in, I think we're good. So let's just carry on. This will be a longer video, but I hope you guys don't mind that. Kate Jones here has got leg contusion, so have numbing ointment. Yeah, you had your bloody x-ray, didn't you, Kate? Yeah, and then get out of my hospital. Right. Why are you squeaking, Monty? Come over here. Come and treat these patients with me. Daniel Green here is going to have his interview. He's got hay fever. Why have you come to hospital for hay fever? Okay. Thank you, Monty. She's just kamikaded off the desk. Richard Allen. Hello, Richard. Let's give you physical exam and differential diagnosis. We do not want you going to x-ray. You must have a leg contusion, sir, which requires numbing ointment. There you go, me old chap. That's you sorted. In here we have Frank Robinson. We'll do physical exam, chest auscultation, because he's obviously got something wrong with his breathing. He needs antibiotics. We do not need to give you an x-ray of the chest. I'm sure our x-ray technicians can fill their time in other ways. No, don't rip up the carpet! Monty! Please excuse me a second. Montalina Bobina. Don't rip up the carpet. It is new. Get cats, they said. It'll be fun. Patricia. Right, we're not oh, we are sure. You can't have infectious mononucleosis. Monty! I'll get YouTube to ban you. Good girl. Go and kill a mouse. Right, you must have laryngitis, Patricia. So you can have your antibiotics and then off you go, please. Oh, that'll be our number 20. Yay! Treat 20 patients per day. $50,000 government grant. We are balling. What a time to be alive. Right, so our next objective here is to treat 30 patients per day. That will increase our clinic patients per day to 20. So that's great. So in our next episode, we will be building our clinic for specialised department. So what we normally do is we normally start off with general surgery. And we do that because I think we normally start off with general surgery because we got into a bit of a habit of doing it, so we kind of know how it works. But if you have any better recommendations of what department you think we should start off with, then please let me know down below. So it could be traumatology, infectious diseases, neurology, cardiology, orthopedy, internal medicine, or general surgery. So let me know down below what you think. I will see you in the next episode. Monty is continuing to rip up my carpet, so I'm about to go and spray her with a water bottle that we named Karen. So have a lovely day, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you later.